I'd like to discuss how to deal with the typical attack-defend cycle that a lot of couples get caught up in. When you start discussing and trying to resolve one of your issues, I want you to know that all couples naturally make many attempts to repair your interaction when it starts to get negative. In happier relationships, this repair work is done before the interaction becomes negative as a way of keeping things on track emotionally. Our Gottman research discovered that men in relationships, that in heterosexual relationships, who wound up stable and very happy, were really working consistently at de-escalating low-level negativity. That means that their response to their wives being hurt, angry, disappointed, or just generally upset with them was to be neutral and not stonewall or detach in any way from the conflict for at least 5 seconds. What they were basically doing was just hanging in there, even though it's not easy, especially for men, to hear their girlfriend or wives' more negative feelings such as disappointment or hurt or anger. Just hanging in there and nodding a little bit and just listening goes a long way, showing that you're here, you're attentive, you're trying to understand. The major effect of this de-escalation was that the husband's heart rate actually dropped significantly. So just by hanging in there with your partner while they share a complaint really has a calming effect, especially on the husband who, and this really predicted good things for the relationship. On the other hand, with heterosexual relationships where the men really struggled to hang in there with a complaint initiated by the female, it really didn't bode well. So this is a really important challenge, especially for most men. But in couples interactions, making these repair attempts is a really important skill that anyone can learn. And so one aspect of a repair is learning how to put on the brakes when you and your partner are in a negative cycle. And this stop action sort of statement that you can make, there's like a whole list that I can give you, but really it's a matter of what works for you and what your partner feels helps them to feel heard or to feel like we're getting back on track and we're not cycling out into negativity. The first thing that an instructor might teach you when you learn how to drive a car is to put on the brakes. Or if you're learning how to ski, you learn how to snowplow and stop yourself. And you have to learn how to slow down and stop. And so in a couple trying to discuss a problem area, we're really just formalizing a natural process, even one that may not be working. And this may feel somewhat artificial or fake at first. So when you're first learning, you really just want to learn how to put on the brakes more and more until eventually it does become more natural. So I really want you to think about language that would work for you and for your partner in terms of, again, bringing both of you back to a more positive place, even if it's very serious, even if you're expressing hurt or anger or resentment, but getting back to a place of calm, even if you're very emotional, not getting to a place of being utterly flooded in a fight or flight place is important. So some of the I feel kind of words that you could use to help put on the brakes if it feels like it's becoming too negative or too critical is, I'm getting scared. Could you please say that more gently? Did I say something wrong? That hurt my feelings. That felt like an insult. I'm feeling sad. I feel blamed. Can you rephrase that? I'm feeling unappreciated. I feel defensive. Can you rephrase that, please? Please don't lecture me. I don't feel like you understand me right now. It sounds like it's all my fault. I feel criticized. Can you please rephrase that? I'm getting worried. And please don't withdraw. Some sorry sort of repair language includes, my reactions were too extreme. I'm sorry. Or I really blew that one. Let me try again. I want to be gentler to you right now, and I don't know how. Tell me what you hear me saying. I can see my part in all of this. How can I make things better? Let's try that one over again. What you're saying is, let me start in a softer way. Or finally, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Some getting to yes sort of language for repairing might be saying something like, you're starting to convince me, or I agree with part of what you're saying. Let's compromise here. Let's find our common ground. I never thought of things like that. Or this problem is not very serious in the big picture, I guess. Or I think your point of view makes sense. Or let's agree to include both our views in a solution. Or what are your concerns? Some other language sharing that you may need to calm down is, can you make things safer for me? I need to be calmer right now. I need your support right now. Just listen to me now and try to understand. Or tell me you love me. Can I have a kiss? Can I take that back? Please be gentler with me. Please help me calm down. Please be quiet and listen to me. This is important to me. Please listen. I need to finish what I was saying. I'm starting to feel flooded. Can we take a break? Can we talk about something else for a while? Some stop action repair language might include, I might be wrong here. Please, let's stop for a while. Let's take a break. Give me a moment. I'll be back. I'm feeling flooded. Please stop. Let's agree to disagree here. Let's start all over again. Hang in there. Don't withdraw. I want to change the topic. We are getting off track. And finally, some more repair language from more of an appreciative place might include, I know this isn't your fault. Or my part of the problem is, or I see your point, or thank you for, or that's a good point, or we are both saying, or I understand, I love you, I'm thankful for you. One thing I admire about you is that you blah, blah, blah. Or I see what you're talking about. Or this is not your problem. It's our problem.